I have managed to straighten this B post out, but it's pretty nasty still, isn't it? I think we need to make a new one. See, that was where it had that bad repair in the past, up the top there, which I cut out and redid. Because remember, it had been taken off the car, repaired and put back on again, but it was terrible, really. And it needs this corrosion repair at the bottom. Okay, I think new. So this is a little bracket that holds the captive piece on for the bolts. We'll get that off. Yeah, I've already cut it off, you see. So we'll reuse that. Might take this bit out rather than making a new, or we could make one of those with that tooling that I used for making these, but we'll see about that. But for now it's that bit. So the first thing is this shape, isn't it? I'm going to have to work out how to do that. That's what they're for. That can go on that side, that can go on the underside. Then it can bolt through with those. Okay, with that I can make that shape, can't I? That'll do it, wouldn't it? So what we're going for is that. Trying to get that shape. Then we'll do this one from the other side, so it's there, chase through there. So we'll see. Okay, that's starting it, isn't it? So we're working on that one, aren't we? Trying to get that so we can get that sharper. That could do with being sharper there, couldn't it? So let's see what we can do with that. If we can get that a bit sharper. It's getting there. It doesn't really look deep enough. That's the trouble. Getting there, isn't it? That's what we're trying to do, isn't it? Something like that. Not too bad. I reckon that's given us something to work with. split it through there, look. It's too sharp. It's a shame. The depth isn't quite right either, I don't think. We're not deep enough. So, what am I going to do about that? We're going to have to add something to that one to get it deeper. And we're going to have to think about taking the edges off, making them less sharp. But we're getting there. You know, it's a start, isn't it? And you've got to start somewhere. So. So you see I've modified the tooling a bit, get a better fit on it. Well, that's working, isn't it? And that's what we have. Which I think is going to do it. Well, we're nearly there anyway. I'll try shrinking this edge a bit. This one's a lot sharper on this edge, and that's because I had to do all that work on it. If I look at the one on the car, it's a bit softer, more like this. So I'm bring that a little bit more, sharpen that edge up a bit more, and then I think we'll do that fold in that direction. Now this sits at a plane, isn't it? So this area here has got to have the striker for the door. So if you imagine that has got to line up with that striker when it comes in. Well, the striker's going to be there, and then the catch on the door has got to come in and clap onto it. So that's got to be in line, hasn't it? Which means this tips backwards, which means that follows the edge of the car, edge of the sill as it were. So that will be parallel, and then that will be parallel to it. So we're not doing that, we're doing that. So this should be at 90 to that area, effectively. So that dips away at an angle. So that's it. So that's what we're working on. So that's got to be in line with that. So that should be at the same angle as that. So, and I say that's got to be 90 to that one. So I guess if I put a square on that, we'll see it. If you see what I mean. And then that's got to be parallel to it. You know, that has got to be the same angle as that. So that could come over a bit more. But don't forget that will probably move as we tip that. You're starting to get there. I mean, I can see there's a few issues going on. Just looking there, I can see that's diving off in the wrong direction here a bit. This is sort of a bit skewy there. Bear in mind that's got to fit on a flat plane. So we might have to do some work on that area. But we're getting there, It's you know, that's pretty good. It's an awkward panel to make. Obviously this would be done on a jig at the factory. Possibly this was a pressing. I mean, certainly some of it would be pressed, this area. I'm not entirely sure. They wouldn't have some sort of press for that, press tooling for that. They'd certainly have a jig to work with. Then I'm doing this sort of freehand, aren't I? But we're getting there. I think that's quite good. But I think that's enough for today. So I think you'll have to come back next week to see how we got on. But I'm pleased with that. I reckon that's going to be all right. You know, more to do as ever. But I reckon that's, you know, I reckon that's all right. So I'll say good night.